going to show you briefly around a couple of antique centres my husband and I visited, and some items of interest, and give you some ideas of what you might do with them. The outside area at Jones's has architectural salvage, garden furniture, and you can pick up some little gems. We'll head inside now. Watch out for the little bird. Just to acclimatise you a bit, Jones's is basically a long wooden building made up of lots of little units inside. You just have to take your time and look in these places because you miss things. There's such a lot, so many things. You might see 100 things that you've no interest at all in, but then there's just that one thing that catches your eye and you maybe wish you'd bought later. Now this caught my eye straight away. It's £10. It's a racing car made of Coca-Cola cans. I could immediately see the ends of the can as soon as I looked at it, but it's brilliant. The wheels actually turn so the car will go along, and it's obviously all been cut and bent to make the shape of the car, and I just think it's a brilliant little bit of art. And it's got a wooden base, and that's formed the stability of it, and then the rest of it's very light. Lovely. Oh no, what is this? Now I had in mind using this as part of my Christmas decor outdoors, winding ivy and greenery and berries through it, and some kind of a light in the top. But I've decided to go away and think about it because storing it is a problem. Oh wow, look at that little truck. It's all wood, solid, absolutely beautiful. £94. Oh wow, I'd buy that in an instant if I had a young child, grandson. I'll buy it. It is so solid. It's well worth double that, I think. Fabulous. I love that you can see all the wood grain in it. It's just beautiful.
It's an engineer's toolbox. Leather handle at the top, and it hasn't got any handles on it. Use your finger to fetch the big
That's interesting.
and then when you open up this little door front, got instructions for the operation of a centrifugal pump from Worthington Simpson Limited. March 1938.
Wow.
That's been hand cut by an apprentice. I would say it's an apprentice box. Beautifully made. 1938.
Large driftwood sculpture chair, £95, reduced from 165 down to 115, then 95. It's beautiful. You'd need it indoors, wouldn't you, really? That.
You treat it wax and keep it outside.
Yeah, I don't think you could keep that outside. I think it's indoors.
It's a section of a whale.
Oh, it is as well. It's very interesting. Yeah. Gosh, I mean, quite a chair that is. Quite a chair. Very, I bet it's very heavy.
Yeah, you would expect.
I don't think you could put that outside though.
You have to keep them wax coating on it. You'd have to wax it a lot.
I don't think it would survive winter outside. I think it's for indoors. I don't think that's been outside. The They like mortise and tenon. They called mortise and tenon joints.
Yeah.
Which would have been where the spokes of the wheel went through, wouldn't
I
it?
think that's the end of the wooden head, and there's one the other side.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's where the end of the spokes would go through. So there's another one there.
Yeah, it says.
Oh, I don't know though,
The
no.
outside.
It's on the outside only. No. I think they're probably just fillers, you know. That these holes were here for whatever reason and these have been put in as fillers. Anyway, it's far too lovely to stick in the garden and forget about it. It's a beautiful piece of history. Ooh, little handmade caravan with a bird inside, maybe. Ocean robin inside. There's a robin taking up home in the caravan. I don't think he's there. Sorry, I couldn't resist it. We were very careful. The robin didn't seem to be there, but we didn't look too closely. Amazing. Pardon?
That's the test for it in there.
Oh, look at him. £225. I like him for my garden. Don't think I can justify spending that though. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, no, no, no. This horrifies me. I'm so sorry, Boar. But one man's meat is another man's poison, and someone may want it. Wow, look at that little car. Oh, what a lovely sit and ride toy. £65 vintage racing car. Say. Oh, it's very good. Wonderful. Look at that. How beautiful is that? This section is all toys from the 1970s, Marvel figures, Star Wars figures, games, things from shop displays of toys, all kinds of stuff really. If you're an enthusiast, you'd need to come along and have a look. Mum used to work at the place where they used to make these cake stands very off their day, 1960s, 1950s even. I still think these are more like 1960s. Mum used to make these in the 1960s. Wow, look at this. £25. Oh, that's nice from a garden display, that is. Really like that. You could either put upside down pot in the bottom and then a pot the right way up with a plant in the hole in the top, or you could just stand it in your flowers. A definite maybe. Let's say £65. That's standing Victorian doll buggy. I'd love to have a use for this, but I just don't. I know they've had it a while though, so if you want it, you might be able to negotiate a different price. Vintage style toys signed £60. Gosh, look at that paper mache. Very interesting. Paper mache doll, £22. How wonderful is that? Absolutely wonderful. £22. Absolute bargain. Oh my. Looks a bit worse for wear. How much is she? Vintage. Oh, just crossed out. £12 crossed out. £6.
Yeah, that's another fine mess you got me into. Get out. I'm just resting.
Hmm. Okay, I'm mad. I know, I'm mad. Wow, look at the paper mache car. Please do not pick up by the head. Yeah, people. Now £75. What's it say? Wonderful. 20th century racing car. How wonderful is that? Look at pottery one. Wow, look at look at that. The wooden hands. How wonderful. Vintage mannequin with articulated wooden arms. £125. Oh, it's beautiful. Even the fingers are articulated. There's such skill gone into making it. Oh, so naughty. Now for a quick look at the last couple of treasures we bought from the Antique Centre in Ironbridge. It's located on the main road through Ironbridge and it's a repurposed old factory building. Before I show you what we bought, I think it's probably a good idea just to acclimatise you a bit because it's set out differently to Jones's. The Ironbridge Centre, the displays are all set out kind of a bit higgledy-piggledy. Very nice, very bright space, lovely to explore. This chair's beautiful. Seem to remember this being from a church in Wales. Near Angola. Now over there I've spotted that they've still got a bedpan that I've looked at a few times when I've come here. As I remember it was about £18. It's in perfect condition, but I'm going to see whether I can negotiate a better price on it because I have had it quite a while. You might wonder what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to use it in a garden display. I'll show you another time. This very aged bench, I think, is all of its money at £235, but it has got a rich history, so I'm sure it will appeal to someone. The little candlestick here has caught my eye. At £8, I'm going to regret not taking that. Very unusual with the metal pine cones in the top. It's quite nice. I shall touch it up with some copper paint, some little bits on the end of some gold. Works perfectly. Some kind of iron, perhaps. called table iron. Goodness me. Snooker table iron. Oh, what's that kettle? Let's have a look. Oh, Art Nouveau, maybe? I might get it. These are three of our finds from the antique centres the other day. The first is a bedpan. One you could see anywhere really, but it's perfect condition, and I'm going to put a plant in it in the garden, a training plant. I know it's a strange thing to like, but what can I say? I'm a nurse. It looks lovely to me. Then I bought this kettle. I think you should have a trivet on these little things with a burner, but that doesn't matter. I think it's Art Nouveau, and I paid £20 for it, and it's going into my garden display. Then last but not least is my candle holder, and what I liked about it are the little pine cones at the base of each candle, which I think is really, really nice. And I'll probably just oil it. I may edge it with a bit of gold or copper, but I'll look at that later. Cost me £8. I hope to see you again. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more.